is all about how I feel about these celebrities. Now, alright, so I know what you'll be wondering is, where's the Minecraft? Well, I want to do something different today since there's not really nothing special in Minecraft we'll be doing, and I guess I would take this as a good opportunity to go over 100 most popular celebrities in the world. And I won't be ranking them from best to least. I will be talking about them. Most of them I probably won't know anything about, and I'll let y'all know what those people are. So, let's begin, shall we? Johnny Depp. So I've heard of this guy. Oh, he's raised in Florida. Okay. Oh, okay. Music. Okay. He is a good musician, I would have to say. He's on the one of the good sides. He's not like a bad celebrity, let's say that. Arnold Schwarzenegger, we know this guy from ah enough Discord. Right. We know this guy from the movie Terminator. He's definitely one of the most popular characters from there. So I like this guy a lot. Jim Carrey, I know nothing about. So I don't know who this guy is. Hold on. I'll be right back. Alright, that's better. So Jimmy Carrey I've never heard of. Uh oh, he's a Golden Globe winner. Okay. Fox sketch comedy, but thing is I never heard of him. Emma Watson. There's also another one I don't know. Oh, Paris, France. Okay. Don't know nothing about though. Robert Downey Jr. Well, oh, Iron Man. Oh, I do like Iron Man, but haven't watched no movies in a while, so I also don't really reckon. When I first saw the name, I didn't recognize it, and when I saw what actor he was, like, oh, okay, all right. Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. I'm not really a Harry Potter fan, so I have nothing. I don't know anything about this guy. Chris Evans. Well, the Avengers. I'm not. I don't watch the Avengers, so I still don't know him. Leonardo DiCaprio. I have heard of. He is. I know he makes low budget horror movies. That's alright. That's alright. He's still good. Still good. Tom Cruise. Hey, Top Gun. I've heard a lot about him, and a lot of people like him. Brad Pitt. Never heard of him. Actor Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Never heard of it. All right, Charles Chaplin. I've heard that name before. I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about him. Oh, he's a great dictator. Okay. Well, hopefully this is just in films and not an actual person. All right, actually, a writer, the Great Dictator. So he's a writer for the something called the Great Dictator. Okay. Morgan Freeman. I have heard of this guy. There's just so many people I've heard of that I don't know nothing about. We'll get to more people I know later on in this list. Driving Miss Daisy. All these people are good so far. Nothing has gone too out of whack. Tom Hanks. Castaway. Okay, okay. I like it. California. Jack. Okay, I've never heard of this guy. So he seems to be some type of yeah, he's Australian. I don't know anything about him. Matt Damon, Good Will Hunting. Well, haven't heard of it. Never heard of him. Sylvester Stallone. Haven't heard of it, but I think I've heard the name once or twice in my life. Will Smith. Oh yes, we know him for the smacks. The Oscar Award smacks. Oh wow, this guy is awesome. Definitely. Clint Eastwood, never heard of him. Million Dollar Baby. Hmm. Alright. Cameron Diaz. I never heard of it. Never heard of her. I should say not it. She ain't a robot. George Clooney. Oh, okay. Well, still not someone I know. Steven Spielberg. Never heard of him either. Hollywood. Oh, I don't live in Hollywood, so I wouldn't know. Harrison Ford. Okay. It kind of reminds me of the people that created the first vehicle, like Henry Ford, I think it was. So that kind of reminds me of that. Robert De Niro. Well, never heard of him. Oh, he was born in New York. That's a good place. No, never heard of it. When I can't pronounce their names, I have no idea what they're about. I think I remember seeing a face like this, but I just don't remember. Robert Downey Jr. Wow. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Why does he appear twice in this? He's in the number 5, and he's in number 25. Okay. Russell Crowe. I never heard of him. New Zealand. Okay. Liam Neeson. Never heard of him. Forklift. He works on a forklift operator. Okay. All right. Kate Winslet. Never heard of her. She's a pretty girl. Okay. Mark Wahlberg. Heard of it, but the fighter, yeah. I just a lot of these I don't really listen or watch or anything like that. Natalie Portman, the Black Swan. Well, I don't really know much about her either. Pierce Brosnan, never heard of him. A nurse, okay. Sean Connery, Doctor No. Well, I guess he would be the one that always says no. Where's Doctor Yes? Is that in here? I don't know. Well, all right, Orlando Bloom. Wow, they just named him after Florida's cities. All right, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan Blancard Copeland. Okay. Wait, is it a four-letter name? Jonathan Blancard Copeland Bloom? My God, he has a long name. Lord of the Rings. Okay. Okay. Dwayne Johnson. Yes, I've heard of him. Yes. The Rock. Yep. We're pretty aware of him. Jackie Chan. Hong Kong Cheeky. Oh, okay. Like King Kong Kong. Yeah. Yeah. Angelina Joel. Never heard of her. Adam Sandler. The Water Boy. Well, still haven't heard of him. Scarlett Johansson. I heard a name, but never heard of her. Heath Ledger. Never heard of him. Not anything at all. Anne Hathaway. Never heard of her. Jessica Alba. Um, Never heard of her. Edward Norton. No. Never heard of him. Keira Knightley. Never heard of her. Bradley Cooper. Heard the name. Star is Born. Yeah. I say he's pretty good too. I think all these celebrities are pretty good, but maybe we'll make into someone who isn't. Will Ferrell. Never heard of him. He's a teacher. Julia Roberts. Pretty Woman. Never heard of her. Nicolas Cage. Never heard of him. Out of these 100, maybe y'all can tell me how many of these actors y'all know in the comment section below. Alright, Daniel Craig, heard a name, and that's pretty much it. But you actually gotta know the person, you just can't remember the name, alright? Keanu Reeves, The Matrix, never heard of him. Ian McKellen, never heard of him. Halle Berry, never heard of her. Bruce Willis, heard the name, but that's pretty much it. Samuel L. Jackson, yes, I've definitely heard of him. Yep. Black Snake Moan. Wow. Snakes on a plane, yes. That's where I got it from. Snakes on a plane. Here we go. Here. Yeah. Snakes on a plane. That's why I remember him. Because I watched that movie. Snakes on a Plane. That's where I got it from. Alright, let's go walk all the way down again. Alright. And Black Snake Moan, let's see what that is. Oh, okay. Okay. Now let's continue. Ben Stiller. Never heard of him. Tommy Lee Jones. Never heard of him. Antonio Banderas. I've heard the first name, but not the second. Denzel Washington. I think I've heard a tiny bit about him. That's pretty much it. Steve Carell. I heard the name. That's pretty much it. Sheila Beoff. Never heard of her. Megan Fox. Heard of her. Yeah, actress. Yeah. James Franco. Never heard of him. Mel Gibson. Heard the name. That's pretty much it. Vin Diesel. Heard the name. And Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes. If we go back to this movie. Oh. Well, I never watched the movie though. I was thinking about Pixel. Okay. Alright, but I do remember the name. I just don't remember watching the movie of where he was in. Tim Allen. I think we're getting somewhere with Tim Allen. But Toy Story. Oh, okay. Okay, that changes it now. Alright, Robin Williams. I heard the name. That's pretty much it. Kevin Spacey. Never heard of him. Jason Biggs. Heard the name, but that's it. John William Scott. Heard the name, that's it. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Never heard of him. Zach Galifianakis. Never heard of him. Owen Wilson. Never heard of him. Christian Bale. Never heard of him. Peter Jackson. Yes, I've heard of him. Lord of the Rings. Okay. Sandra Bullock. Heard her name, but that's it. Bruce Lee. Probably heard his name once. Brew Barrymore. Never heard of her. Macaulay Culkin. Never heard of him. Jack Nicholson. Never heard of him. Bill Murray. Heard his name. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Sigourney Weaver. Never heard of her. Jake Gyllenhaal. Never heard of him. Jason Statham. Never heard of him. Jet Li. Never heard of him. Kate Beckinsale. Never heard of her. Rowan Atkinson. Never heard of him. Marilyn Brando. Never heard of him. John Travolta. Never heard of him. Channing Tatum. Never heard of him. Ben Affleck. Never heard of him. Shah Rukh Khan. Never heard of him. I don't know if I said that right. Jennifer Aniston. Never heard of her. Emma Stone. I heard the name, but that's it. Chris Hemsworth. Never heard of him. James McAvoy. Never heard of him. James Cameron. Heard the name, but that's it. Amitabh Bachchan. Never heard of him. Stop sticky keys. Alright, Brendan Fraser. Heard the name, and I think The Mummy was where. I don't know if I watched it or not. Alright. Rachel McAdams. I think I've heard of her once. Tom Hiddleston. Never heard of him. Amar Khan. Never heard of him. Alright. So we've gone through 100 people. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. And if we go here, we just pretty much Michael Jackson. Okay, let's go with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson definitely has one of the best songs on the list. Like we all know Michael Jackson. We all know she is a big one to talk about. See, Selena Gomez, I've heard of her quite a lot recently. Beyonce, definitely heard of her quite a lot. Yeah, and Survivor, yeah. Lady Gaga, yes, we already noticed. Lady Gaga is definitely a crazy musician. She also makes some good music too in there. Jennifer Lawrence, heard her name once. Britney Spears, definitely heard of her. Baron Sapti, never heard of him. Jackie Evanko, never heard of her. So there's an extra 10, 110 for y'all. And that will be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something from me. And maybe you've learned someone that I knew that you didn't know I knew. Alright, that'll be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.